Sam Valentino, Private Toon Detective here, and I want to share some findings about more recent Looney Tunes news. You might have heard somewhere online about Turner Classic Movies apparently becoming the ongoing television home for the classic Warner Brothers cartoons, planning to show more than 750 of the shorts as part of a 6-year deal, beginning next week on February 2nd. TCM star in a month has even been revealed to be Bugs Bunny, was showing some fitting shorts before some of their feature movie presentations along with a couple such marathons. TCM's deal ensures these cartoons are celebrated, contextualized, and accessible to audiences of all ages. Now, there's understandably some concerns regarding this announcement, thinking it might be a repeat of back in 1999 to 2000 when Turner and Warner Brothers set up an exclusive deal for Cartoon Network to be the only place the Looney Tunes could be seen on American television, something that ended up not lasting very long and played a part in the Looney Tunes' downfall in the 2000s. No, this TCM thing is not an exclusive deal from what I've heard. So it means we'll still be able to watch the Looney Tunes on MeTV and MeTV Tunes for those without premium cable, and stream them on Tubi, where they've been performing exceptionally well. With this TCM thing to further expand the popularity and timelessness of the Looney Tunes. So yeah, even with the hard times for the characters recently, no thanks to the Warner Bros. Discovery merger drama, at least the classic shorts are more easily accessible now compared to 20 years ago, which was when, coincidentally, the exclusive Cartoon Network rights expired, leading to the Looney Tunes leaving Boomerang and being replaced with Dexter's Laboratory, just like what happened on Cartoon Network in October 2004.
And you guys wonder why I had a vendetta with Dexter for several years afterward. But we're on much better terms now. I remember sympathizing with Dexter after HBO Max pulled his show in the spring of 2023.
Yeah, that exclusive Cartoon Network contract was finalized in 2000, leading to the Looney Tunes leaving Kids WB, Syndication, Nickelodeon, and ultimately ABC, ending an almost 40-year consecutive run on network television. At first this seemed fine, since Cartoon Network was still part of many basic cable packages, but soon things began to go downhill a few years later, with the Looney Tunes airtime on Cartoon Network starting to decrease, even going as far as to cancel their highly rated June Bugs marathon after 2002. Additionally, Cartoon Network did nothing to promote the big-budget feature film Looney Tunes Back in Action in the fall of 2003, but Boomerang did, showing Looney Tunes marathons and tied to the film's upcoming release. The problem was, very few people got Boomerang then. One wonders if the movie would have been more successful at the box office if the classic cartoons were more easily accessible on television as they were in the 90s or even today. I mean, the original Space Jam was a big hit, even if I thought that movie wasn't great. And back then you could find the Looney Tunes in several places on TV. But I guess a while back, Warner Brothers realized that exclusive Cartoon Network and Boomerang thing turned out to be a big mistake. Fast forward to today, in early 2026, where again you can find the Looney Tunes on quite a few channels at once. There's MeTV's Tune In With Me weekday morning anthology program, which is a throwback to those kiddie cartoon shows of a human host and a puppet, along with MeTV's Saturday morning cartoons block. There's also MeTV Tunes, which Xfinity picked up a couple months ago, even including a 2-hour primetime block of the classic WB cartoons on Monday through Saturday evenings. Boomerang also shows the shorts, but they've been on autopilot for a while with a somewhat small selection that always goes in chronological order right as I speak. And again, very few people get it. Even Cartoon Network still occasionally shows the classic Looney Tunes shorts on special occasions, most notably for their Acme Fools marathons on April Fool's Day, and Catchy Comedy, also subsidiary of regional broadcasting like MeTV Tunes, showed a Looney Tunes marathon nearly 2 years ago. And now Turner Classic Movies will also be showing them as well on a recurring basis. Though to be fair, with that announcement, the media is also making it look like Looney Tunes shorts will be in the public's eye again when, like I said, That isn't exactly the case, since they've been airing on MeTV for 5 years now. As I said, along with MeTV Tunes, are currently streaming on Tubi, also having streamed on HBO Max and the now defunct Boomerang streaming app in the past. And what's more, most of these cartoons have been restored from the original negatives, and they look so crisp and vibrant compared to before Warner began restoring them for DVD and such in the 2000s. Now, Warner Brothers cartoons airing on TCM is nothing new. From 2004 until around the 2010s, they'd sporadically air Looney Tunes, once owned by Turner, they acquired from the pre-1948 Cartoon library of color Warner Bros. Shorts that Warner initially sold to AAP in 1956, alongside other Turner-owned classic cartoons such as Tom and Jerry and Droopy and the other MGM classics, and Popeye the Sailor, usually before or after certain movie presentations, but also including airing on a Saturday morning half-hour anthology series dubbed Cartoon Alley that lasted from 2004 to 2007. But then after that, they kind of stopped showing those Turner-owned Looney Tunes shorts and just stuck with the MGM and Popeye stuff. Recently, though, Turner Classic Movies also celebrated Hanna-Barbera with a couple of marathons in their movies. Heck, from 2014 to 2019, Turner Classic Movies had a special periodic programming block, Treasures from the Disney Vault, hosted by Leonard Maltin. Of course, you won't be seeing that anymore thanks to Disney Plus. But anyways, it's great to see Looney Tunes get even more exposure on another television network. In the channel's creator's household, we do get Turner Classic Movies since we've used a premium package for decades. And it's reassuring to know it's not going to be another exclusive contract deal again, like what happened with Cartoon Network and Boomerang over 25 years ago. Now is then, this is now. Additionally, with the whole Netflix buying Warner Brothers deal, Netflix will be getting Turner Classic Movies as part of acquiring the studio and streaming assets of Warner Bros. Discovery, rather than TCM being with the rest of the Warner-owned networks within Discovery Global, as the split was originally planned. But I hope that should answer your concerns about this whole Looney Tunes and TCM news. So keep watching this channel for any more of my findings or whatever else happens here.